decisions. We should serve one God, but we caught in division. That's why I claim no religion. I'm covered by the ghost. He was sent by the most to gather sheep from coast to coast. I don't do this shit for man, just to...
Out 153news.net. Let's see if that works. Alright, looks like it's there, right? Same video, right? Says there's 5. But every time they delete my comments. How many times am I writing to people or talking to people and they're deleting my comments? 2 of those comments should be mine. And they're not there.
And I'm sure you have all heard of the subject of shadow banning by this point, but for the 2 or 3 people in the audience who have not yet heard about it, this is the idea on various social media platforms of making it so that someone can post content, but that content will not be seen by other people, even those who are ostensibly following their output. And this happens in a number of different forms on a number of different outlets, and admittedly so. For example, I was going to say last year, in fact it's 2 years ago now, back in 2018, Facebook admitted that we demote individual posts, etc., that are reported by Facebook users and rated as false by fact checkers. This means they lose around 80% of any future views. We also demote pages and domains that repeatedly share false news. So Facebook admits to this practice. Twitter has long denied. It insists, even on its blog posts that are still available and still public today, that they do not shadow ban. However, former software engineers and others have been caught on tape admitting that Twitter does indeed shadow ban posts. For example, Abhinav Vardevu, a former software engineer at Twitter, was caught on tape saying the idea of shadow ban is to ban someone, but they don't know that they've been banned because they keep posting, but nobody can see their content. People just think nobody is engaging with their content when in reality nobody is seeing it. And he goes on to say, this is a risky thing because if it gets out, it's very bad PR for the company. Well, it certainly was bad news when that leaked footage was put on the internet. Reddit openly engages in shadow banning, whereby, again, a user who is logged in can post a new post or a comment on any given subreddit, but that will not be seen unless approved by a moderator of that subreddit. The person who is logged in can still see their comment, and it exists as if it's there, but no one will be able to see it. So the shadow banned user can log out and then look and see that their comment isn't showing up to see that that's taking place. So, as I say, shadow banning is something that's taking place on pretty much every major social media platform these days. And YouTube? Oh yes. YouTube, GooTube, as I like to call it. Well, in fact, we have this in from Tim, a listener who wrote this email under the subject line, GooTube. Hi, James. I've been a huge fan for a few years. Thank you for all the well-researched presentations. I realized today that it's been months since I've seen any of your content. GooTube has shadow banned you, and breaking habits I finally got on your site. I really have missed your content. Thanks again. Stay safe. All right, well, thank you for that, Tim, and thank you for bringing that to my attention. Of course, you are not the first person to bring this to my attention, and I'm assuming you won't be the last, but it is important to make this, to take this as an opportunity to make this very conscious that, yes, these social media platforms, GooTube and all the others, are consciously manipulating you into forgetting about this or that particular content producer because they're just not appearing in your feed anymore. In fact, it was something that even I think Luke Rakowski mentioned in one of our recent interviews. I don't see you on my feeds anymore. It's like you don't exist. And that is precisely the point. In fact, I want to bring this back down to a specific word that Tim used in that email there, where he said, breaking habits I finally got on your site. Well,
every nation on earth gonna see. Every knee shall bow. King of Kings.